Done deal loading. Fabrizio Romano confirms Eberechi Eze to Spurs, 85% complete. Final details being sorted now. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Eberechi Eze to Tottenham now seen as almost a done deal. Fabrizio Romano confirms it's 85% complete. The transfer saga that has dominated Tottenham Hotspur's summer looks set to reach its climax in the coming hours. Fabrizio Romano has delivered a significant update on Spurs' pursuit of Eberechi Eze, stating that the deal is now 85% confirmed. According to Romano, Tottenham have already tabled an official offer worth £55 million guaranteed plus £5 million in add-ons, and although Crystal Palace initially demanded slightly more, talks are advancing rapidly. The negotiations have reached such a critical stage that Daniel Levy and Parish were locked in direct discussions yesterday to iron out the final details. That level of involvement from both chairmen underlines just how serious and advanced this transfer has become. Multiple journalists across the English media have echoed the same sentiment. Eze's move to Tottenham is imminent. Adding even more weight to the growing certainty, Paul O'Keefe revealed that every single one of his contacts within the game is convinced the deal will go through. Speaking on the Last Word on Spurs podcast, O'Keefe declared, "Everybody in football I've spoken to says Eberechi Eze will be a Tottenham Hotspur player. Crystal Palace, of course, want to ensure they are not left without a replacement for their talisman before sanctioning the transfer, but even that final obstacle looks close to being resolved. Palace have already advanced talks with Leicester City's Bilal El Khanous, who, according to multiple reports, has informed the Foxes of his desire to join the Eagles. Palace have also been in contact over Christos Solis, making it increasingly clear that they are preparing for life without Eze. Eze himself appears ready for the switch. Last weekend, following Palace's draw against Chelsea, he shared what many interpreted as a farewell gesture, applauding and bowing his head in prayer towards the home supporters who have watched him grow over the last 5 years. While manager Oliver Glasner publicly insists he expects Eze to feature in their upcoming Conference League qualifier, the reality is that his future is already being decided behind closed doors. For Tottenham, the capture of Eze would mark one of the most ambitious signings of the Levy era. At £60 million including bonuses, it would make him the club's most expensive addition of the summer, underlining Spurs' determination to strengthen their squad with proven Premier League talent. All the signs point in one direction. The deal is heading to completion. With Romano's 85% confirmed assurance and O'Keefe's emphatic verdict that Eze to Spurs is inevitable, the North London club are on the brink of securing one of English football's brightest stars. Spurs fans may not have to wait much longer. The transfer is not just close, it is on the verge of being sealed. Eberechi Eze to Tottenham Hotspur. Hours, not days. Tottenham Hotspur have been looking to wrap up a deal for Manchester City winger Savinho, but a frustrating twist has just been revealed. It looked as though Spurs would secure another attacking player to operate on the left flank, and Savinho emerged as the top candidate. It was recently reported that Manchester City have told Pep Guardiola the club should cash in on Savinho. The Brazilian wants the move, and he is not a nailed-on starter. Savinho may no longer be allowed to leave Manchester City. The news that Man City were open to the prospect of offloading Savinho now appears to have been contradicted by one of the biggest football journalists out there. Guillem Balagua has claimed that City have decided Savinho is no longer for sale. This means Pep Guardiola's men will not sign Rodrigo from Real Madrid, another player to have been linked with Tottenham this summer. The reason is that the La Liga outfit were only likely to receive a bid if Savinho joined Spurs. Manchester City hold the power in negotiations because Savinho was only signed last summer. The 21-year-old still has 4 years remaining on his contract, so even if he were to push for a move, his team have little reason to give in to his demands. The obvious option for Spurs if Savinho remains in Manchester is to turn their attention to another left winger. However, the transfer window is almost over and securing a player of the required quality may not be so easy. Ideally, Spurs need to be signing a new left winger, and even if that is not Savinho, it has to be someone who can compete at the level of the Premier League and Champions League. Spurs insider Paul O'Keefe has revealed that the Lilywhites may turn their attention towards a young French starlet if they miss out on Savinho this summer. Manchester City have reportedly rejected Spurs' offer for Savinho, and it has been suggested that it is going to take a big money bid for the Lilywhites to prize the Brazilian away from the Etihad Stadium. It appears that Tottenham may not be putting all their eggs in the Savinho basket and have identified another young winger as a potential backup. Tottenham monitor Magnus Akliouche as Savinho alternative. This update comes from Paul O'Keefe, who has revealed that Monaco winger Magnus Akliouche is on Tottenham's radar. This is not the first time Spurs have been linked with the 23-year-old, with court offside reporting back in June that Tottenham are showing strong interest in Akliouche. The Frenchman scored 8 goals and provided 12 assists in what was a stellar campaign last term, and he has begun the new season with a goal in Monaco's season opener against Le Havre. O'Keefe has stated on social media that Akliouche ranks high on Tottenham's wish list when asked who the club's backup option is for the left-wing role. Tottenham are on the hunt for a defensive leader, and they have set their sights on Brentford captain Nathan Collins. The 24-year-old Irish centre-back has become one of the most talked-about defenders in the Premier League, and sources close to the situation have informed the boy Hotspur that Spurs don't want to miss the chance to bring him in. Thomas Frank has worked with him, and he is keen on a reunion. Nathan Collins would be a superb addition. Collins impressed last season with consistent performances in a Brentford shirt. He stands out not just for his physical strength, but also for his reading of the game and leadership on the pitch. While he's made a few individual mistakes recently, they haven't affected his overall value. Interest from top clubs only highlights his growing reputation. After losing key players this summer, Brentford handed Collins the captain's armband, showing their trust in him and their intention to build the team around his presence. His contract runs until 2029, giving Brentford strong leverage and making any potential move more difficult. Spurs face competition from Manchester United and Liverpool. Sources claim that Spurs have a clear advantage to act more decisively. That said, both clubs need quality defenders, and Collins would be an excellent acquisition. For Tottenham, signing a Premier League proven defender with long-term potential isn't just about adding depth. It's a strategic move to reshape their backline. If Collins makes the switch to North London, he could help redefine not only the defence but also the character of the team. The player is certainly at the peak of his career, and he has shown his ability in the Premier League consistently. He is good enough to play for bigger teams, and he will be able to fight in the Champions League with Tottenham. The move could be attractive for the player as well. It will be interesting to see how the situation develops. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs!